England versus Australia, the Ashes cricket series, and in the third cricket test match at Adelaide on day 3 at close of play, England in their first innings were 213 for the loss of 8 wickets at close of play. Yes, they trailed by 158 as Australia tail added another 45 runs in the morning today as Australia made 371. Back-to-back half century from Mitchell Starc enabled Australia to put 371 runs on the board. So they batted for 68 overs, England, and have scored 213 for the loss of 8 wickets, with captain Ben Stokes unbeaten, while England are trailing by 158 runs. So the summary of the match so far: Australia in the first innings scored 371. Alex Carey scored his third century in Test cricket and first in the Ashes series. He made 106 of 143 balls. Usman Khwaja, on his return to Australian team, also made 82 runs, while Mitchell Starc 54 of 75 balls and Josh Inglis 32 of 39 balls. For England, Jofra Archer, his fourth 5-wicket haul, 5 for 53, Brydon Cast 2 for 89, Will Jacks 2 for 105, and Josh Tongay 1 for 64. In reply, England were in trouble as they have already lost the first 2 matches, but here they are 8 down for 213, trailing by 158 runs. Ben Stokes, the captain, is unbeaten on 45, while Jofra Archer is the other not-out batsman who made 30 runs. Harry Brook, the third highest scorer with 45, and Ben Duckett made 29. For Australia, the captain leading from the front, Pat Cummins, 3 for 54. Scott Boland 2 for 31. Nathan Lyon also surpasses Glenn McGrath's record of second highest wicket taker for Australia in Test cricket. Now Nathan Lyon with 564 wickets is the second highest wicket taker for Australia in Test cricket after Shane Warne, who has 708 wickets. Yes, Boland and then Lyon 2 for 51 and Cameron Green 1 for 22. Okay, the England scorecard as Stokes is unbeaten on 45, and then 45 by Harry Brooks, 29 by Duckett, while rest of the team could not put up a decent show with the bat as Crawley was out after scoring 9 and Oli Pope made 3. Joe Root, the veteran, the most experienced batsman, is scoring only 19 runs. 22 by James Smith and Will Jacks made 6 runs. Summary once again: Australia batting first, scored 371 in 91.2 overs, and at close of third day's play, England were 213 for 8 and they batted for 68 overs. They trailed by 158 runs. And this is the end of day 2. Remember, Australia is leading the 5-match series 2-0. Another fantastic day of Test cricket at Adelaide. England trying to fighting back, while Australia is still ahead 158 runs at the end of day 2. Third day. First day, 8 wickets were fell. Australia were batting and they scored 326 runs from 83 overs. And on day 2, England were asked to bat after Australia were all out for 371, and England made 258 runs and have lost 10 wickets, 2 of Australian wickets, and they batted for 76. 371 for Australia and 8 for 213 for England, and they trailed by 158 runs. Third test, yes, day 2, again the summary: Ben Stokes unbeaten on 45 and Jofra Archer, the 2 not-out batsmen, who is still batting on 30, and Nathan Lyon 2 for 51 of his 22 overs so far. Yes, England dropped 4 catches and they are paying the price as Australia are ahead. Dropped 4 simple catches, England playing Bazball cricket and dropping catches. Most Test wicket for Australia: Shane Warne, the legend, the right-arm leg spinner, has 708 wickets, and now Nathan Lyon with 564 surpassing Glenn McGrath's record of 563. He is now the second highest wicket taker after late Shane Warne. Third in the list is Glenn McGrath, and Mitchell Starc, who is currently playing for Australia, also have 418 wickets. The controversy, the sneakometer, the sneako technology comes under the spotlight. Mitchell was heard voicing his frustration on the stump mic as back-to-back controversial calls raised question. First Alex Carey and now Jamie Smith. There you can see the difference. There is gap between bat and ball, but the spark is showing that bat touches the ball, which is not. The sneako needs to be sacked. That's the worst technology. They make a mistake the other day and they make another mistake today. Summary once again. Yes, Australia 371 and England 8 for 230. Yes, after achieving a milestone, surpassing Glenn McGrath's record of 563 wickets, now the second highest wicket taker for Australia, Nathan Lyon, with 564 wickets from 141 matches, averaging 30.15. Late Shane Warne has 708 wickets from 145 test matches with an average of 25.1. McGrath, 563 wickets from 124 matches, 21.64 was his average. And then Starc is fourth in the list with 420 wickets from 103 matches, 26.50, while great Dennis Lillee also had 355 wickets from just 70 test matches, averaging 23.92. Mitchell Starc back-to-back half-century in the second test match, and here also he made 54 of 75 deliveries. Yes, the Australian, who were 8 down yesterday, were all out for 371, and the last 2 wickets added 45 crucial runs, with Mitchell Starc scoring another half-century, 54 of 75 balls, and he was very well supported by Scott Boland, who made 14 runs. The highest scorer, Alex Carey, is scoring his third century, 106, followed by Usman Khawaja, who made 82 runs. The England bowling attack. Jofra Archer, 5 for 53, his fourth 5-wicket haul in Test cricket after a gap of 4 years. 20.2 overs, 5 maiden, 53 runs and 5 wickets with economy of 2.65. Brydon Cast, 16 overs, 89 runs and 2 wickets with economy of 5.58. And then Josh Tongue, 16 overs, 1 maiden, 64 runs and 1 wicket. Brent Stokes, the captain, 19 overs, 3 maiden, 53 runs and no wicket. And Will Jacks, 20 overs, 3 maiden, 105 runs and 2 wickets. Fall of wicket for Australia. They lost their first 2 wickets on 33, and then the third and fourth also at the same total 94. The fifth wicket fell at 185, the sixth and 244, seventh at 271, eighth at 321, the ninth and 348, while the 10th and final wicket at 371, and they batted for 91.2 over. Jofra Archer clinches his 4th Test 5-wicket haul. 45 valuable runs added by the tail this morning of Australia, enabling them to put 371 runs from 91.2 overs. England bowling attack, yes, disappointing. Next. Yes, a sneakometer. The controversy continues. Sneako has been a real issue in the third test of the series, with spikes showing even before the ball crosses or touches the bat. And what worse, it's going against England on both occasions. The Sneako troubles Alex Carey in the first frame, you can see. Huge gap between bat and ball. And in the second frame, Jamie Smith of England. Yes, you can see a clear gap between bat and ball, but the spikes is there, and that's where the controversy arises. The Sneako operation admitted that the incorrect stump microphone was selected, which caused the audio to be out of sync with the images. The Sneako operator has admitted an error during England's review for caught behind of Josh Tongue. Although there was a visible spike on the Sneakometer, it appeared before the ball reached Carey's bat, leading the off-field decision of not out to a stand. The Sneeko operator admitted that the incorrect stump microphone was selected, and yes, already told you the whole story. Okay, Kerry deserves all the praises. Yes, stays underrated while delivering under pressure. Sharp keeping at 135 plus speed and 650 plus runs at an average of 51, and currently Australia's highest test run scorer in 2025. Kerry deserves all the praise, and here he is. 14 matches, 619 runs, averaging 51.6. Next is Smith, 14 matches, 618 runs, 51.5. Then Travis had 18 matches, 589 runs, averaging 35. Usman Khwaja, 15 matches, 545 runs, averaging 39. And Beau Webster, 12 matches, 381 runs, averaging 35. Australia, yes, Australia have scored faster than England so far in the 2025-2026 Ashes. Yes, run rate of Australia is 4.40, while England, who used to play Bazball cricket, lesser run rate with 3.91. The top three wicket takers for Australia, led by Shane Warne with 7 and 8 wickets, followed by Nathan Lyon, who now surpasses Glenn McGrath. Nathan Lyon now has 564, and Glenn McGrath with 563 test wickets is at number 3. Okay, Jofra Archer's 5-wicket haul, and Jofra Archer has picked up his first test 5-4 since his maiden year in the format. Yes, 6 for 45 versus Australia in 2019 August, where he makes his debut, and then 6 for 62 against Australia in September in 2019, and then 5 for 102 against South Africa in December 2019. Since then, this is also the first time that after December 2019, Jofra Archer took first 5-wicket haul against Australia in 2025. 6 years long wait for Jofra Archer. Mitchell Starc in the last 2 test innings is scoring 77 of 141 balls in the second test at Brisbane, and now 54 of 75 again in the third test at Adelaide against England. Okay, Alex Carey, third century, and the first century was against South Africa in 2022 in December, the second against Sri Lanka in February 2025, and now the third century for Alex Carey in Test cricket in December 2025 against England. Okay, Alex Carey is also the second wicket-keeper batsman for Australia, scoring a century after 2013. Yes, 12 years Australian wicket-keeper batsman did not score a century. It was in 2013, 5th of December, when Brad Hedden is scoring 118 runs, and now Alex Carey in December 17, 2025 is scoring 101 runs. Usman Khwaja in Test since 2023, playing 17 Test matches, scoring 878 runs, averaging 30.27 with 1 century and 2 half centuries. Okay, the summary once again, as England, in reply to Australia's first innings score of 371, were 213 for the loss of 8 wickets, which means England trailed by 158 runs at close of second day's play. Okay. With Bazball buried, Ben Stokes. Yeah. With Bazball buried, Ben Stokes turns to old school resistance. For all of the home side's brilliance, the shame was still on England. Nathan Lyon restates the value of the spin as Australia's lock-in on series seizing day. An afterthought for 2 test matches. Spinner surpassed McGrath in first over, then settled into a key holding role on sweltering day. Sneeko meter. Yes, Sneeko need to be sad Aussies fume in latest controversy. Host incensed as Jenny Smith survives review after Alex Carey's reprieve on day one. Australia have the urn in their sight as England self-destruct again. Ben Stokes and Jofra Archer fight for England with the bat, but with a deficit of 158 runs and just two first innings wickets left. They are staring at another poor result. Once again, the summary as on day 2, England, in reply to Australia's first innings score of 371, were 213 for 8, trailing by 158 runs. Very bright chance of Australia wrapping up the series, winning the third straight test match. Let's see on day 3 how England perform, how England responds. The captain is at the crease with tail Jofra Archer. Wishing all the team best of luck. We come to the end of our show. Till the next program, it's goodbye from Sports